The Battle of Gettysburg lasted from July 1st through July 3rd in 1863. And while it was 161 years ago, the history and significance of the battle is as strong today as it has ever been. And reenactments help people visualize what many can't even imagine. Fox 43 Sedona Meadows is live at Daniel Lady Farm in Adams County, where history will be on full display. Good morning, Sedona.
Yeah, good morning, Alex. So we moved inside into the museum because of course, it's raining outside, as Danielle was talking about earlier. But it's really exciting. There's going to be tons of reenactors that will be here this weekend at the farm to reenact the Battle of Gettysburg. Now, here to talk a little bit more about this weekend's event is Doug and Steve, who are both reenactors. And first and foremost, tell me a little bit about who you guys are. So, Doug, tell me who you are.
Well, I'm a Union reenactor. I'm the Chief of Staff of the Federal Army here for this event, and a member of the Federal Volunteer Brigade. That's a reenacting group located in Pennsylvania and Maryland, and very happy to be here, so thank you so much.
Awesome, thank you. And then what about you, Steve?
I'm a Lieutenant Colonel for the Federal Volunteer Brigade, Inspector General. So my job is to make sure the Army is up and ready to fight, and we are here to have a great time this weekend.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about what people can experience when they're here this weekend.
Lots of noise. It's going to be an interesting way of putting on a reenactment. We haven't done it before. Some of our Confederate friends to my left here and myself and Doug came together and had some new ways of bringing the battle in a sense-around kind of feel. So this weekend, they're going to be in the middle of the Battle of Gettysburg, and they're going to hear it from all ends. Wow. It's going to be pretty exciting.
That sounds really exciting. And so, Doug, tell me a little bit about how you got into this. I know both of you have kind of started this years ago. How did you get into reenacting?
Yes, I was a volunteer at the battlefield in Gettysburg, and partnered up and became friends with some people who are reenactors, and they kind of drew me into it. And that was 27 years ago, and we're still going strong, and it's a great way to develop friendships and enjoy your love of history. So it's been very rewarding.
Absolutely. And why is it so important, I guess, to reenact this history?
Just to remember it and tell the stories of the soldiers who were there, and just to remember them and honor them and tell that real part of history. We don't get a lot of that in mainstream, so we just wanted to live that, tell their stories, and get it out to the people so that maybe they can enjoy it as well.
Absolutely. And Steve, what are you most looking forward to this weekend?
I get very excited when I come to these things, just like I was a little boy, to be honest with you. The friendships are amazing, the camaraderie, but the history is so important to our country. If you could think of it today, would we be shooting guns at people in different states just because they were, we believed in something different, I have relatives that live in the South, and I'd be firing on them, and they would be firing on me. That was a big thing. And more people died during the Civil War than any of all the other wars put together. And we don't talk about it enough. We fought each other for things that we believed in, and it changed us forever. The Civil War was the last gentleman's war, really, where we faced each other face to face and went at each other, and whoever did the best won, right? And then it turned into guerrilla warfare at the end with lots of different things, and that's where that getting behind the rock and shooting and when people can't see you kind of thing came from, so to speak. So it's an amazing time in our history, in our country's history, and it really formed us totally different. And when they say gentleman's war, it really went to that behind the rock when you're not looking, but it changed the way we deal with ladies and being gentlemen overall. It changed us so much more than just the 600,000 that perished.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of impact there for sure. Well, thank you both so much. Really appreciate your time. We're going to be live here all morning long, just chatting with reenactors, talking about the event and just why it is so important. But live in Adams County, Sedona Meadows, Fox 43 News.
All right, Sedona, thank you very much. I am very jealous you get to be surrounded by so much history this morning, but we'll hear more about it coming up in the next hour.